If you run a tent on the bed of your truck and while the tent is installed, you get frustrated at the view you're losing looking out your back window, well, today I have a solution for you guys. This is going to be a digital rear view mirror, and it is a 2-in-1. It is a dash cam as well as a digital rear view mirror. We will be taking a camera, installing it on the back end of the truck, and then the mirror itself is a camera built in facing forward. So you get multiple benefits, but if you were tired of losing that view out the back window while you have the tent installed, this right here is gonna be your fix, and you're gonna get some security and safety on top of it, thanks to the Pelsee P12 Pro Max. Stay tuned in today's video. I'm gonna unbox this, we're gonna install it, and check it out. What is going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. If you're new here, my name's Chris. Right behind me, this is the Fortune Taco, and just like I mentioned in the intro, we are going to be taking this Pelsee P12 Pro Max and installing it today. Going to unbox it real quick, just kind of show you the contents that come in this specific model here, and then we're going to install it and check out the features of what the Pelsee rearview mirror dash cam has to offer. So let's get into tearing this box open and showing you all the contents you'd expect to see if you purchase the P12 Pro Max. All right, so if you order the Pelsee P12 Pro Max, you should get a package that looks similar to this. The P12 Pro Max is their newest model released by Pelsee. I want to take a minute to thank Pelsee. They did reach out to me and ask if they sent this out, would I be willing to unbox and review it? And I said yes. So today's video is brought to you by Pelsee. This video is sponsored. Dash cams are becoming more and more popular, especially these digital rearview mirrors. Pelsee is just another brand, and to be honest, I had not heard about them before them reaching out to me. Comparing them to some other name brands I've heard of before, the products are very, very similar. So right out the gate, right when you open the box, you're gonna get that rearview mirror there wrapped up in a nice plastic bag. And this thing is pretty large. It actually looks like it's gonna be bigger than my Toyota rearview mirror, but it is a pretty good size. It's nice and slim profile, which is nice. We'll have to take off some of the plastic protectors. We can see there is gonna be your front-facing camera. That'll be on the back side of the mirror. The mirror has these 4 hooks, so what it's actually intended to do is you put it over your existing mirror, and then we'll see there should be some straps here in the package. It's just gonna strap over the mirror. Pelsee does have another option of taking these hooks off and actually putting a mirror bracket on here and mounting it directly to your windshield, but you would have to purchase that bracket separately if that's what you choose to do. Pretty cool here, but when it comes to the power, you have 2 different options. You have a cigarette lighter power adapter, and then you have an OBD2 port connector. By using the OBD2 port connector, you are actually gonna get power even when the truck's powered off. So for security reasons, if someone was to back into your vehicle in a parking lot, the OBD2 port would be your choice. That's a plus there that they offer that. I don't know anything about other brands. I've never owned a digital dash cam before, so I don't know what other brands offer and all that. I'm just kind of going off of what I know and see here. And then it looks like the rear camera, this thing is pretty large. Let's see, the quality must be good enough, but the camera, we'll get into it once I actually pull this out. This camera is pretty beefy, bigger than I was expecting. And then it just comes with a USB-C connector, which would plug into the camera, or the dash cam, the mirror, whatever you want to call it, sorry. We have a GPS antenna here. I don't know if you have like geo tracking or anything, so like when you record videos and stuff, it tracks where you're at. I don't know if the GPS is optional. For me, just kind of using a dash cam, having a digital rearview mirror, I don't know why the GPS would be necessary, but I'll have to look into that. And then our last package, it looks like we're gonna have some warranty paperwork, and then it also comes with a 64 gigabyte memory card. I don't know what the max capacity is this thing can hold, but I'm sure you could upgrade that if you wanted to have more memory and more video saved on this dash cam. So I want to get into setting this thing up, getting it installed. We'll wire it up and then test it out and see how this works. So one cool thing I'm reading here about that OBD port, if you choose that route, because you want the camera to work even when the truck's powered off. It does have low voltage protection for any of you that are worried. If the voltage in your vehicle drops below 11.8 volts, it disconnects power, the camera turns off. So this will not kill your battery if that's something you were worried about or thinking about. Rear facing camera, I just zip tied it up to my roof rack. I don't even know if that's gonna be a good angle because of the rooftop tent, but just put that up there for testing purposes so we can at least get this thing put up. And I don't know exactly where I wanna put that camera yet, if I want it up high on the roof of the truck or down kind of where the license plate's at on the rear tailgate, something like that. So I'm still trying to determine that. But we want to take our camera. I know I mentioned that memory card before. So in the packaging that has the manual, you're gonna have some rubber straps in here, a plastic pry tool. There's also the memory card. Now the memory card's in, we can get the straps out. So these little straps, they're just kind of like silicone. So they just hook on these two. They're gonna reach up and over the existing mirror and then hook on these bottom ones, and that's how you secure it to your existing mirror. I know I mentioned they do make a replacement bracket. I think I'm gonna be looking into going down that route. For the testing purposes, I'm just gonna use my cigarette lighter, but I am more than likely gonna be using that OBD wiring system because I do want protection and I want power to this thing even when my truck's off, just in case something happens in a parking lot or whatnot. It would be nice for this thing to capture it. I believe that one's the power. And then the one on the other side is the rear camera. Don't mind the ugly wires for now. This is just for testing. That'll get cleaned up. We'll have to either route it up through the headliner or do something with it. It'll take a little bit more time, but I just want to get this thing up and running and be able to check it out. So I'm gonna attempt to power the car on and see if hopefully I did everything right. Peel that off. Oh, I did something right because we got power there. A cool thing I'm seeing now is the surface here of the rearview mirror is actually like a mirrored finish. So say if for some reason you didn't have power or this thing wasn't powering up, the mirror itself has a mirrored finish on it. This works exactly like a regular rearview mirror. So that's nice that you have a backup there. This is my very first time playing with this camera, so I'm kind of just feeling it out as I'm going through it. If we tap on the screen, we get all of our options here on the left side, but if you tap here, you're actually changing the view of what the camera sees. Home. All right, so we have a home here, smart driving. Yeah, so we have all these smart features and they're all currently turned off to factory. See, I don't really know exactly what all these are. There's nothing that really specifies what these are. So one little downside I'd say there, I am not a fan of acronyms. That's just me personally. So Pelsee, if you guys could put a little bit more information on these things, don't know what the heck these mean. I know they're safety features, but I don't know what the heck any of these are. And the pictures kind of describe it on the first one. It looks like a little sensor at the front, so maybe it's gonna monitor a car braking in front of you or something. As far as the other ones, I do not know what the heck those mean. File Explorer. I'm assuming this is how you go through and check your recordings because there's one there from when I accidentally started recording right when I powered it up. We got camera settings over here. This is gonna be going through and you can change all of your different settings. That front camera is default set to a 4K, so it's a very crisp and clear resolution. You can bump it down to a 2.5K if you wanna bring down your file size, or all the way down to 1080p if you wanna fit a lot more files on the memory card you have. System settings, one last menu we forgot to get into. Set rear view default, volume settings, boot up sound, I don't need that on. Touch sound, there we go, off. So now we're not gonna get that cell phone dial tone or keypad, whatever you wanna call it every time I'm pressing buttons. Auto power off. So the front camera on this dash cam has advanced technology. What Pelsee says is it has a Starvis 2 sensor, which means the night vision is that much better, and just also in the daytime too. The detail, the crisp, the clarity is very high quality. If you've seen dash cams before, the video quality output usually is pretty low for the most part, but with this Starvis 2 sensor, your quality in the daytime is gonna be phenomenal, and then it's supposed to have very good night vision. So your nighttime recording should hopefully come out very crisp and clear, not grainy, and not poor quality as you're used to seeing on nighttime video. So the only thing I have left to do is figure out my final mounting location for that rear camera. And then obviously I have to take the power wire, run that, clean it up, just make everything look professionally done rather than what we currently have with all these wires hanging, because that's not gonna stay like that. And then because I don't exactly like it hanging on my mirror, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the bracket. I hope it works with this and I hope it's compatible with my truck, but I do wanna get that bracket to actually mount this directly to the windshield rather than having this thing strapped around my existing mirror, because I'm not a fan of that. I don't exactly like the look of that. It just, with this nice high quality mirror, it looks very good. It looks better than my factory rearview mirror, but when you take it and you stack it on top of what's existing, to me, it just brings the quality of it down, and I do not want that. I just want a nice clean setup. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. Before you go, I have a couple of favors to ask from you. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps this video be more successful to get seen by people just like yourself. If you have any questions about the Pelsee P12 Pro Max or any questions for myself in general, drop a comment down below. I try my best to reply to every comment that's left on my videos. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, or maybe you've seen a couple of them before, but you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You'll be able to see anytime I release future content right here on the channel. Thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you on my next video.